Would you look at that? Let's go.
We got a delicious potato ground beef recipe for you all today. I'm gonna start it in my restaurant and end it at home. So y'all come with me. We'll be finished in no time.
So we're starting off with 5 medium potatoes here, about the size of my hand here. When they're peeled, of course. Not going to be perfect, but if you have about this size, should be roughly in the ballpark. And we're going to cut into thin slices here. Really doesn't matter the shape as long as they're thin. This is about the thickness we're going for. So after we get them all cut here, we're going to place them over in the bowl and get ready for the seasoning. Going in with 2 tablespoons of garlic. 1 tablespoon of onion powder. 1/2 tablespoon of pepper. A teaspoon of seasoning salt. Now we're just going to begin to mix it up real good with our hands, making sure all the seasoning is evenly distributed. Now the method I'm going to be showing you is a little bit different than the method I'm going to actually use because I didn't have enough room on my stove at the restaurant to steam my potatoes. So I'll be baking them. I'll be baking actually raw potatoes in my casserole / lasagna. But I'm going to show you a clip of how to steam these potatoes from another video that I recently made. So you'll see the potatoes may look a little bit different in this little clip that's coming up. So right here in the older video here, you're going to steam the potatoes here on a pot. And you're going to steam the potatoes for roughly about 25 minutes. It's going to allow the seasoning to infuse the potatoes perfectly without getting watered down. And then when you bake the potatoes in the casserole, it'll only take about 25 minutes to get done if you already steamed the potatoes from the get-go. And steaming them just helps keep that seasoning just so good, and it just gives the potatoes the perfect texture. All right, so we're going to continue to let that cook, and we're going to work on the ground beef, y'all. All right, so we're going in with 2 pounds of ground beef. And we're going to add 2 cups of water. And normally when I'm making any meat sauce, I always add water because that helps to make the meat very, very fine. We're just going to mesh it up here with our hands. Helps to make the meat very, very fine, and we don't like oily ground beef in our meat sauce, and it helps to drain all the oil off of the meat as well. So you get like a 1-2 punch there. Fine ground beef and the oil drains off so good. So make sure you just mix it all in real good. All right, we are going in with our pepper, and that is 2 tablespoons. We're going in with 2 tablespoons. Is that 2 tablespoons? Yes, 2 tablespoons of Italian seasoning. 1 tablespoon of seasoning salt. 1 tablespoon of sugar. All right, we're going in with some minced garlic. I love minced garlic. And we're going in with 2 tablespoons of it as well. Okay, we're going in with 1 cup of chopped onion, along with a 1/2 cup of chopped bell pepper. I'm just going to kind of mix that in real good here. It's already smelling so good. Smells so good, y'all. Okay, so we got it over the heat here. And I gotta start over. Okay, I got a little distracted, but that's okay. So we're meshing this meat down real good. And when it's first in the pot here, you're gonna notice that it kind of looks like minced meat. Well, yeah, like potted meat rather. But that's okay. So it's cooking now for about 8 to 10 minutes. And as you can see here, it's getting very, the meat has begun to really separate from the water. The water and the oil has been extracted really, really good. And again, this is going to allow that oil and the water to drain off really, really easy. Okay, so in your colander here, we're just going to take that pot and we're going to drain all the oil and water off. Okay, and because of that water again, the oil drains off just that much easier. You do not have to worry about greasy ground beef in this recipe. So just kind of take your spoon and just kind of stir it around, and you're just going to leave it over here for a little while we finish up our potatoes here. Okay, so now the potatoes have been cooking, well, steaming about 25 minutes. I'm taking my knife and I'm testing them. And as you can see, they're very tender. So they're pretty much done. And this is how you want it to be before you line the potatoes up in the casserole dish here. That way when you bake them, it won't take no more than about 25 minutes for the dish to complete. And I wish I had time to do this in the recipe that I'm doing today, but I'm showing you all. And as you can see right here, they're done and the seasoning is just perfectly on there. It has been able to infuse the potato just exactly the way we need it here. Okay, so in a separate bowl here, we're going to pour our ground beef. Pour in our ground beef here. Okay, we're going to take a 10-ounce can of the rotelle with green chilies. And we're going to drain a little bit of the juice off of them, well, most of the juice if you can, and just pour the rest of the tomatoes in the meat here. Okay, so we're going in with a total of 4 cups of spaghetti sauce. Y'all, if I sound a little distracted in my voice, I'm trying my best not to. I'm actually editing this video with my husband and my kids making noises in the background. So I'm trying to stay focused, y'all. Bear with me. Okay, so now that those 4 cups, we're going in with 1 cup of barbecue sauce. Also going to be adding a 4th cup of Worcestershire sauce. Can y'all say Worcestershire? You know, I used to have the hardest time saying it. I've gotten a lot better at it now. Just really got to slow down when I say that word. Okay, so we're just going to mix it all in here. Looking good, looking good. Okay, so we got a little pan here. Now this is a little bit smaller than a 9 by 13 inch pan, but it's about 4 inches deep. And I'm putting a little bit of that meat sauce on the bottom before I line the potatoes here. Like putting the potatoes on the bottom without the meat first may kind of burn the potatoes, and you don't want to do that. Okay, so now we're going to begin to line our potatoes the same way you would just if you're doing lasagna. So that's why I'm saying this is a cross between like a lasagna and a casserole here. Now I'm using just my freshly sliced potatoes that I did not steam because I did not have the room on my stove today. Again, I showed you all a clip from an older video. If you happen to do your casserole this way without cooking the potatoes, it would be just fine. However, it does take a long time to bake. It's about 1 hour and 40 minutes if you do not steam the potatoes. So I strongly recommend that you steam your potatoes before you line them up and bake them for this particular recipe. But again, my potatoes are raw and it turned out good. It's just, it takes a while, y'all. Okay, so we're taking a little bit more of that meat sauce and we're just pouring on top of the potatoes here. This should give about 2 good layers. Okay, so from here I'm going in with just some Mexican style blend of the Monterey Jack and cheddar cheese. I also like to put a little shredded pepper jack cheese. I did not have any today, so I was just rolling with my Monterey Jack and cheddar. Turned out just fine. No exact amount of this, just a generous portion, a generous amount of it. You may like a little bit more, you may like a little bit less. It's completely up to you. Alright, so we're just going to take that last bit of potatoes here and line them up. Now this recipe is so good. Alright, I poured the rest of that meat sauce on top and we're getting ready to put the rest of that cheese on top. Again, if you're going in with raw potatoes, you're looking at about 1 hour and 40 minutes. Steam your potatoes, please. We're looking at about a 25-minute bake time. Okay, we're topping it off with that cheese. All right, came together fairly simply, not hard at all. Okay, so now we're going to pour about 1 cup of milk. This is 1 cup of milk is about all you need in here. Give that a little shimmy. And we're going to bake this covered with some foil here on 350 degrees for 25 minutes. Again, if you're going with raw potatoes, it's about 1 hour and 40 minutes. But if you're doing it the proper way with the steaming the potatoes, it's about 25 minutes. Okay, and because mine had to bake so long, like you see the little edges on there kind of crusted up for me, but that's okay. I'm going in with my knife here. I'm checking to make sure those potatoes are nice and tender. You don't have to do that if they're steamed. So I have to take this home because this takes about a good 45 minutes to rest before you're able to cut into it, because if you cut into it too soon, it will run all over the place. So I had to wait till I got home for it to stiffen up, and that is how I want it to look. That is perfect, y'all. Looks so good, y'all. Can't wait to take a bite of this. Delicious, y'all.
Again, had to finish it at home, everybody. But hey, where there's a will, there's a way, right? We had to bring it home so we can kind of chill a little bit. Y'all can see that, how good that is. As I cut and I got a little bit of that potato there. All right, I'm take a little bite here, y'all. Delicious. Y'all, please try this recipe real soon. Make sure you all let me know how it turns out. Thank y'all so much for watching, and I'll see y'all next time.